Hello and welcome to the What the Fork Monarchs Friday Focus. Myself, Graham Munsey, joined by Dave Harley as we look back on an excellent victory for the Monarchs, 48-41. Is that right, Dave? Yep, 48-41 over the Redcar Bears. As always, we'll get reaction from both camps, from Jacob Hook and Lewis Kerr, and our Heat of the Week, what we like to call in the business a Josh Pickering special, Heat 13. And Dave, we said on the preview show it was going to be tough coming in. The Bears, a good team at Armadale. The task got even tougher. Heat 2, James Sargent crashes out, and we send all our best to James. Hopefully get some positive news maybe by the time this is out, or into tomorrow as we are here on Friday night. And at that point, I thought Redcar had it in their grasp to go 5 points up, but the Monarchs dug in. You know, the top four scoring well, Jacob picking in with a couple of crucial paid wins, and it's 3 points for the Monarchs, none for the Bears, and you can't ask for any more.
Yeah, exactly. That's the phrase. You couldn't ask for any more after that Heat 2 crash. And repeat what you said. Hope James is well and fit enough for Sunday or back soon. Either way, because we'll need him. But yeah, the boys dug in. Eric Riss has been sensational tonight. We've finally got the better of him in Heat 15, and Lewis Kerr then pops round Sam as well. Pops round him. That's what I'm trying to say. So a tough team. We probably got a wee bit lucky with Charles Wright missing and. Because Jake Allen wasn't so good, and Anderson as well. But you can only say the Monarchs there. Paco and that switch, Paco and Kai worked well.
Yeah.
From being the weak link, they're the strong link with 2-5-1s and winning Heat 14 for Paco as well. All good. And Jacob, as you've already mentioned.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, you mentioned it there. I think if my maths are correct, what was it? 43 points from the top four, and you know, if you get 43 points from four riders, even if you do only have 6 riders, then you shouldn't get beat, and we didn't. Jacob Hook powered in with the points he needed, but great to see the top four. You know, we know Sam's been doing it all season, Josh has been doing it all season, Kai's he's been getting better and better, and a great score, paid 13 from Kai. And Paco, you know, he got interviewed during the match and he said he'd had, you know, a bit of time back home. He'd refocused, almost like a mini break for a start of the season. You know, he'd got back into his training, put himself back into as if he was geeing up for a season, and that worked well. And you know, what was it? Paid 11 for Paco, a Heat 15 nomination, and buzzing on the track, buzzing in the pits after, and that's what the Monarchs need, and that's what was needed to get over a tough Redcar side tonight. So you can see the wind's picking up. I'll try and grab that. There we go. I missed
John
that
and
one.
Liam's notes this week.
I don't think they're autographed. There's nothing for anyone in there. But yeah, so a crucial 3 points for the Monarchs, because we said on the preview show we couldn't afford a third home defeat. That really would have been it, probably it for the playoffs. So
it's
now,
huge after last 2 weeks, even just for the confidence of the boys and the team spirit around the track and that. It's just, and considering where we were this afternoon with the weather and unbelievably we're watering the track after Heat 1, you know, after all the rain we've had. So everybody that's kind of stayed away thinking the weather was bad, you made a mistake tonight, because it was a cracking meeting. Yep,
definitely. And as I say, the mood in the camp was pretty buoyant after that. We heard Alex Harkis say he was very proud and he thought it was one of our best performances, our best results in recent times. And echoing that, and very happy with his night's work, was the man you guys voted as Monarch of the match, Jacob Hook, and I caught up with him after the match. So Jacob, busy night, 7 rides, 2 paid wins, win for the Monarchs, and Monarch of the match. We'll take that for a Friday night's work.
Yeah, no, definitely. I scored points in those 2 starts that I actually made, so if I can make more, I think I can start to score some more points here at Armadale for the team and for myself.
And it was crucial to get the win. Obviously the team knew that coming into it. Started off, obviously James Sargent takes a heavy one and he's off to hospital. We wish him all the best, but the team battled back for that. You know, they're 5 points down at one point after that and a little bit undermanned, but everyone stuck to their job, and it's 3 crucial points.
Yeah, no, definitely. A lot of teams are strong this year, and Redcar are one of them, you know what I mean? They've got really strong riders everywhere, really. So for us to come from 5 points down and take a win, I think that's really positive. Everyone done their job tonight, and that showed with the win, I guess. And 7 rides, you must be feeling it. How's the arms after that one? Yeah, no, feeling good. I reckon I'd go a couple more, but other than that, I reckon I'll be having an early night tonight.
And then, of course, we head down to Redcar on Sunday. Boys you've seen, I believe you've been down there at least once testing, maybe a couple of times, on a track everyone enjoyed. So the hope and the team will be away points, or the aim there?
Yeah, no, definitely. We aim to win every match, you know what I mean? So we're going to aim to get those 4 points, beat Redcar by 6 at home. It's going to be hard. Redcar is sort of a track that everyone can be fast at. So I think, yet again, it's going to be getting the starts and getting there the first corner and just riding a strong line.
And obviously, you're going to full of confidence now, those 2 heat wins, and you said yourself, you know the job now. Just get out at the start and points come.
Yeah, no, definitely. Thanks, everyone.
Cheers, Jacob. Thank you. Jacob Hook there, David, and just saying what we all know. If he can get out the front, out the start in front of people, he'll beat them. Starting still isn't there consistently and all the time, but 2 fantastic gates tonight. Well, 3 fantastic gates. Heat 2 obviously was stopped before it got started after that, but then 2 more after that. 2 paid wins, 6 points on the night, and something to build on for Jacob and something to build on for the Monarchs.
No, excellent when he's out in front. He's beaten good Redcar riders as well, not just the reserves when he's won those points. And if you look at his points, thinking paid 6, that's a great score for him. You're not really expecting the way he got it, 5 zeros and 2 paid wins, but those 5 ones are what made the difference and took us over the line with a race to spare. Yep,
definitely over the line with a race to spare, and then it all came down to heat 15. Redcar needed a 5-1 to get a point. They got 4-2, an excellent ride by Lewis Kerr to get round some Masters, but we managed to keep Eric Riss, who was previously unbeaten, in third. And Redcar will be a little bit disappointed not to go home with at least a point. I'd say, Davey, you look down their scorecard. We've touched on Charles Wright. Obviously, Jake Allen came in for him, only got 5. You'd expect, Charles Wright's been on excellent form, but Mike Hunter gave me a stat on the stream. In 28 matches at Armadale, Charles Wright's only scored double figures once. Would you believe that? But he would have been good for 7 or 8 tonight.
More than 4.
I think so. 5 I had Jake Allen on. I don't know. Won't argue over spilt milk. I'll need to double check that. I've phoned the results at the BSPA. But yeah, they would expect him more there. But as we say, definitely balanced by James Sargent, missing out and potentially some points there.
And that crucially, that point that we dropped in Heat 2 was the difference between them getting a tactical substitute in Heat 14, and Eric probably would have got an extra ride there and would have made it even tighter, but the score didn't lie. They weren't unlucky for a point. It should have been at least 49-41, and it's fantastic to send them home with no points.
Yep, you mentioned that there. I touched on the stream last week actually when Leicester were in that 5 points is the perfect lead in speed, isn't it? Particularly late in a meeting because you kind of get a tactical against you. But you look down the scorecard after Adam Roynan, he won't be too happy with his next work. And the man that I thought would be key and probably most disappointed, Casper Anderson. 25 points from 2 visits to Armadale before tonight, and only 2 points was it tonight?
Yeah.
And that
we agree on that one. Yeah.
And that probably was where the match was kind of swung for me for Redcar as well.
Yeah, no, it's definitely in that kind of middle order where they're not picking up the points that they kind of viewed. I was even disappointed with Jason Edwards. He's got 4 points, but 3 was from Heat 2, and to be honest, if Jacob makes a turn, it's probably a 5-1 in Heat 2 to the Monarchs. Unfortunately, he couldn't quite turn and speared into James, and we know the rest. But yes, I was a wee bit disappointed. Ben Morley dug in well and picked up his points, so probably did okay in terms of Jordan Jenkins. But I'm sure Redcar will be sitting ruining their chances tonight when they go home tonight, thinking big missed opportunity. Yeah,
I think so. And the 2 men that did lead them well, we mentioned Eric Riss at 13, was only beaten Heat 15. Another one, that Heat 15 winner, Lewis Kerr, and I caught up with him after the match. Well, Lewis, close but no cigar for the Bears. Obviously a decent night for yourself, but it must be frustrating just to be that 1 point away from at least a consolation point.
Yeah, absolutely. It was pretty gutting, to be honest. We missed Charles a lot tonight, so obviously Jake done his best, and but yeah, we did miss Charles tonight, so pretty gutted.
Yeah, and it was a tough night out there. Obviously, we've seen James Sargent crashed out early for the Monarchs. Redcar bit of lead. The Monarchs came back, and then just that sort of key bit round about Heat 13-14, the Monarchs just managed to edge it, and that's probably where the match was won and lost.
Yeah, 13 wasn't great for myself, and yeah, we needed that then, and I think it was needed a 5-1 in Heat 15 for a point, which was always going to be tough against these boys. So it's unfortunate, but just keep battling on.
And you mentioned that Heat 15 there. Not many riders get round Sam once he's made a start. So 2 wins for yourself, double figures. You must have been pretty happy with your own night's work.
Yeah, definitely. I'm really happy with how things have gone. It's been a tough week for myself with Kings Lynn, a few problems. So good to have a good meeting and sneak past Sam down the back straight. So it's brilliant.
And then I guess from the Bears as well, you got a chance to avenge it. Less than 48 hours time, we'll head down to Redcar, and you'll be looking to make sure the Monarchs are the ones leaving pointless come Sunday.
Yeah, that's the plan. So looking forward to getting back to Redcar and hopefully get another win.
Well, you care there, a good night's work for himself, but you can tell in his voice and kind of in his body language just the disappointment that Redcar were going home empty-handed.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it ruined my start. I had a good start from earlier that his heat 4 win over Josh was the only time our top 4 was beaten by anyone other than Eric Riss. But of course, they went out in heat 15 and blew that start. But yeah, I mean, Lewis he's a good battle with his teammate with Josh in a couple of rides, and we'll spoil the big heat 13. Josh Pickering's special there, but yeah, no, it's exactly what the Monarchs needed. Top 4 scoring well, Jacob picking up points, and a win.
Yep, Davey, spoiler alert there, heat 13, your heat of the night, and here it is now.
All set for the start. Sam knows this is important, getting his groove right there on the inside gate. Lewis Kerr was possibly slightly on the move, but it's Masters in front with Josh Pickering way at the back, coming roaring into the action. Oh my goodness, there's not much room there. He's going to go right to the outside. He's picked off Jake Allen, I think. But he's going to keep hanging it out on the outside, anything could happen. Pickering is going so quick, so difficult out there though. Right on Kerr's tail. Here he comes again. My goodness, he's done it. Fantastic riding by Josh Pickering. Is he going to hold it round the final turn? He has done. What a magnificent ride by Pickering. Magnificent. Well, passing's been hard tonight, but Josh still gives it a go every time, and he pulled it off there. Quite a fantastic ride.
Heat number 13, and a win in red for Sam Masters. He was joined in the front by his teammate in blue, Josh Pickering, with Lewis Kerr in yellow in third, and Jake Allen in white at the back. At 5-1 to the Monarchs means with 2 races to go, it's 41 to the home men and 36 to the Bears.
Yep, we almost take those for granted now, Davey. Josh Pickering, he's at the back, he's on the outside. It's a 5-1 in the end.
Oh, the speed he done down that back straight was phenomenal. Someone else, and he was trying so hard in his previous race with Eric and with Lewis as well in Heat 4. As he was so determined, and he's probably disappointed didn't get go Heat 15 after that. But that's why we watch Speedway for that phenomenal racing, and why we love having Josh up here.
Yep, that's why we watch Speedway. 100% correct, Dave. And yep, we'll summarise there as it was 48-41. 3 points to the Monarchs. Redcar unlucky, and he'll be a little bit disappointed to go home empty-handed. But another enjoyable night at Armadale, and I guess we'll be back midweek, Dave. It's of course, before that we head to Redcar on Sunday, so Redcar have got a quick chance to get those points back. But then we'll be back midweek previewing Birmingham's visit next week. We'll see a couple of former Monarchs, Cliff Visson.
Justin Sedgman started his season fantastic for him, so another tough night for the Monarchs.
Yep, so join us on the Monarchs website and social media on Wednesday night for that. Until then, thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.
Right.